There was a time not too long ago where Diffusal was just kind of always the go on this Troll Warlord. A little bit more damage being done to Gabby down here, but Zephyr gotta be careful. Gabby actually just blinking forward onto him. A couple more auto attacks might bring him down. They do have another stun though. A few more auto attacks. Gabby needs to make it into the trees. It looks like he's gonna be first blood, if at all possible. Ooh, alright. I mean, Armel's pretty tanky. I think they do need a +1. Abed should be all that they need to finish off this kill. The arrow was going for the bounty rune. Armel will actually be able to grab it. Great stomp from KP. They couldn't quite finish off the Underlord, and now trouble. Abed will be able to jump away. Still got some bottle sips. Needs to get that salve out of the backpack. They lose March elsewhere. Cuckoo burst striking away, but Abed's not fully out. Going to try and dissimulate his way up onto the high ground, and that will get him out of there. Anyway, TNC, they've also got their Battle Fury on the Anti-Mage. So Gabby's game looking all right. March, once again, throws out a track. Does get caught out a little bit. Just looking for the quick kill. Abed pokes his nose in, but the team is not really here looking for anything. Zephyr just want to think this is just for some scouting. Oh, do they know that it's there? They're kind of pinging it. Yeah, they've seen it. Okay. Can they do anything about it? Change places. Cuckoo, you go up here and give me the vision. I'll kill the courier. They got it. March getting caught out once again here at mid. They do have a Force Staff to get him out, and he's got another Force Staff for himself, so he's going to be just fine. Arrow not going to connect, and Tim's walking a little bit too far forward. Great double stun. Armel also going to take some damage to start this fight off. Gabby's not even here, so it's not really a fight. They are going to end up popping that illusion rune. Haven't popped the Dark Rift just yet. A little bit too late here for Armel. Looks like he's just going to get shredded down by the Troll Warlord. Gabby does come over to the fight now, but it's just to get Burrow struck up. And great chain stun follow-up from Zephyr. That's the last of his mana, but that's all that he needs. Abed with a great timing on that last silence. Oh, man. I do feel that they really need the Abyssal Blade on the AM, but maybe we'll be able to get it for a little bit. All right, that's silence number one. He uses the Manta. Here comes the follow-up silence. They've actually got the Clumsy Net as well on Abed, so a little bit more lockdown. Force that forward into the Burrow Strike. Great chain lockdown from Among Us. Sends like a BKB. And again, with between the BKB and the Force Staffs, it should be very, very difficult for anyone to die without getting spells off. Cuckoo does actually end up finding KP in the backline. The Spirit comes back to him, so he gets the magic immunity, gets brought out of the Yules. It's not going to last for too much longer, however. Bit of control onto inYourdreaM. We do actually have a... Oh, it's Gabby that's getting caught out elsewhere. I heard the Laguna Blade, but did not see the kill, and now they can just keep on going. Armel can't even get his hands up to get off the Dark Rift. There's too much lockdown, too much damage. March is dead elsewhere. Tim's hitting him with the solo kill, but still. At least there's no BKB on the troll, I suppose. Already does get slapped. It's kind of all they've got to do to deal with this creep wave, though. They really need to arrow the siege creep if at all possible. Abed doesn't want to let Tim's have it. KP magic immune for a moment, but siege creep's still going. inYourdreaM up in their face. He's actually got the Paladin Sword as well. Cuckoo finds the jump, looking for the lockdown onto Tim. They do have good heals. The Force Staff gets them out of there. He's going to be alright. KP just kind of looking to commit. Looks like he wants to kill onto Zephyr. Arrow not going to connect. It actually ends up finding Abed. Can they do some more damage to him? Burst strike through from Cuckoo, just a little short. And they get the tier 3. Gabby, haven't even checked on his item progression a little bit. He's got the BKB now, and he's got the Basher, and he's got another 2.5k towards the Abyssal Blade. He's tracked and walking away from his team, though, so they're just going to go straight in here on Among Us. Tim actually does manage to escape. Nice use of the Force Staff. KP looking like he might not be quite so lucky. He does have a little bit of magic immunity to work with. They're going to drop the Laguna Blade. Zephyr now Force Staffing himself out of there. 2 dead so far. Abed looking for a little more. Armel does manage to get the Dark Rift off this time around and just has to run for dear life. They put that on cooldown, and TNC immediately retreat up onto their high ground. Going to make sure that there's no wards up here. And just try and stay behind their anti-mage for the time being. Nothing big really being expended. inYourdreaM walking forward. He's still got the Aegis for another minute and 45 seconds. And they need to do a little bit of dewarding on this contested high ground as well. Gabby can't decide if he wants to go and push the wave or if he's going to take this fight with his team. Armel getting gone on. They don't have the disc this time around for the Sand King, but he does manage to avoid the arrow. Cuckoo surviving. March just walks into the middle of everything. Still living, though. inYourdreaM walking forward, kind of getting kited for now. KP's just going to go chasing after March. One more punch will do him in. And Abed up here on the high ground needs to touch out of the way of that arrow and only just barely makes it. Troll Warlord losing some mana to these anti-mage illusions. Doesn't want to pop the BKB on the first life, but I don't think they're going to let him just walk away here. Tim's maybe trying to anticipate a Force Staff with the arrow. And TNC, what do they see? Armel leading the way. inYourdreaM. Oh, arrow just a little bit off the money, so he will be able to get the BKB. Pops the Abyssal Blade here, wants that first kill. He uses the Battle Trance, but that drags him over onto Gabby. Tims is actually still surviving. inYourdreaM getting dragged away from his team. KP looking to turn around on him now, and they've got the Abyssal Blade from the Anti-Mage. He's too far away from his team. They spent all of that time trying to kill off Tims, but he is more than happy with that trade. And now KP's not done. He's looking for a little more. Among Us having to scatter. They just don't have the damage anymore with the Troll Warlord dead. And Gabby comes jumping forward. And Gabby wanting to actually go down bottom and push that one out. He's got the leveler as well, so if they make their way up onto the high ground, in a pretty good spot. They're trying to do damage to Armel, but he's just too damn tanky. Cuckoo doesn't have the disc. Once again, he does have the flicker. So that's going to help him get out of here. But still 60 seconds to go on the Troll Warlord and no glyph for 36 seconds. Cuckoo, Burst Strike, just kind of poking, prodding. Gonna drop the Laguna Blade. Can they actually focus down Gabby? The silencers are decent, but he gets saved by the Manta style. Abed now getting locked down, pops the cheese preemptively, waiting for these disables. Zephyr still doing the damage. Armel pops the BKB, but way too late. And now Geek Fam, Whitemon trying to escape. It's a pretty long TP, so it is going to be annoying for the Sand King. But and there is a Ghost Scepter on the Lina now as well. Maybe it makes sense from that perspective. Burst Strike, they've caught out Armel. Does have the BKB, gonna pop it nice and early this time around, but he still gets Abyssal Blade. TNC wondering what they can do to help him out. They do still have the Hand of God, but it's barely a drop in the bucket when it comes to healing up that Underlord. They're pinging on this next creep wave. But the Moonlight Shadow, it's just Tim scouting forward. He's going to get jumped and brought down immediately. Couldn't get anything off. He does have a buyback. Everybody is sitting on buyback money currently. There's only 2 heroes short. Cuckoo is only just shy, but he does pick up a Lincoln's now. inYourdreaM on the front lines. Doesn't have to worry about getting arrowed this time around. Pops the BKB. Pops the Battle Trance as well. Just getting dragged away by Armel. Can't let the same thing happen again. Trouble in the back lines. Abed almost going down, but he's still actually got the cheese. Heads over to the Secret Shop to pop that. They need to save their Troll Warlord, but they can't do it. Gabby jumping into the backlines, creating too much of a distraction. Cuckoo tries to bail him out. They desperately have to kill this Anti-Mage, but I don't think they can do it. They pop the Dark Rift, and they get out of there. They did use the buyback on Tims. Well, he didn't have buyback for a little bit there, but he does actually have it back up now. Still a 32k net worth lead in favor of Among Us. I think Dota Plus is getting a little lost at this point. Double Laguna Blade on Gabby. Too much lockdown that they didn't give him the Aegis. Oh, Zephyr making the play is just waiting in the tree line there and absolutely nailing it. The man is just transitioning into a right-click build in the late game. Sure, I'm down with it. Did they just glyph this wave? Zephyr comes TPing in. Tims doesn't know how to use the leaps to get out, and Zephyr predicts him perfectly. Are we going to get a double Laguna to finish this? Tims still hiding inside the trees. Is not going to get hit by that second stun. The Magic Lamp helping him for a moment. Tims, you need the jukes. He just jukes straight back into him. He's juked himself. Does manage to avoid the stun. There's no more mana left on this Lina. He's used everything that he has. Tims, they still are hot on his trail. He jukes him this time around. Abed's looking for him, and with that Cuckoo stun and a crit from Abed, that should be the end of that. And unfortunately, Tims is the one hero on the side of TNC that does not have buyback currently. At least it gives some information to Gabby, who will go and push out bottom. He's going to be happy about that, but ooh, the Mirana is instrumental in their ability to kill this Troll Warlord, so we will see. Troll is heading towards the enemy base without his entire team there. They are not aware of this necessarily on TNC, but they're just going on him. Abyssal Blade looking for a little bit of a turnaround. Anti-Mage getting chunked, but Gabby actually able to keep on fighting. They get redirected over onto Armel, who's able to walk away. They've got another heal. Good stun onto Gabby, but Abed already dropping low. inYourdreaM doesn't want to keep on fighting. He's already used all of his defensive cooldowns, and they're just kind of leaving Cuckoo for dead. Double Force Staff gets him out of there. Abed just manning up with the Butterfly. Gotta be careful, though. Gabby might just be looking for a Mana Void. Doesn't even need it. Just auto-attacks him to death. inYourdreaM turning around. Is this going to be enough lockdown? They've got one Laguna Blade. Gabby jumps away. Armel looking for the jump out. KP's just punching everybody. Double kill. Jump forward even further for Zephyr. Elder Titan coming in big at the end of this game. Ooh, they got Glyph in 10. Sand King respawning naturally in 20. Abed and Zephyr hanging a long way back. We'll switch it back over to buyback status. Or do we have any other Radiant buybacks in reserve? Not really. It's not like Abed can go in and feed. Troll still got this Rapier queued up, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Roshan potentially respawning in a minute. TNC hungry here, just wanting to finish off the megas. Arrows fishing, no level 25 just yet. They're actually getting a bit of a jump in. Good damage onto the anti-mage. Double Laguna Blade. Do they have enough damage to finish him off? Yes, they do. They tried to bail him out, but they couldn't quite manage it. They're going to keep on fighting. This Firestorm actually close enough tabs on KP, but he's the man of the hour. Look at the item build. He's got the Crystallis picked up. He's got the Nullifier. Really looking to see what he can get done in these fights. Whitemon just moving a little bit too far forward. He gets immediately blown up. inYourdreaM needs to be careful with the positioning. Got the Echo Stomp Wake damage or KP. inYourdreaM spots Armel. Burrow Strike, a little bit off the money. Cuckoo gonna force staff forward, but he still ends up getting slapped, and now they've got the arrow to follow it up. Can they save this Troll Warlord? They can't force staff him. He's still gonna survive for now. inYourdreaM desperately popping everything. Does get the BKB and the ultimate off. Still has the Satanic in reserve. Armel just gonna get double Laguna down. He couldn't get the jump out. Abed just going through everything. Silence onto Gabby. He's the next big target. If they can bring him down, this is a great way to start this fight, but he gets the blink away. Needs to find an opportunity to heal back up. The Satanic is going to do it for him. Armel getting locked down. He just popped back and rejoined this fight, but it's immediately to die. KP can't do the damage either. They've got the Hex onto one more. Triple kill. Buyback now for the anti-mage. Tim's also going to end up falling. Ah, well, whatever. I don't know if it's a huge deal. Still 40 seconds to go on the Underlord. This is going to be megas in a moment. There is still a glyph. Gabby's pushed up bottom. He's got creeps coming shortly as well, so he's about to start putting some pressure on the enemy base. They do all have TPs available, but this is going to force the hand of Among Us a little bit as they start going onto the tier 4s. Glyph still in reserve. They really need their Underlord back up, and tough call for Gabby, but he's going to come back and look for the fight. He smashed that glass case, and he's grabbed himself that emergency rapier. He's already used the buyback, so it just has to be the play here. inYourdreaM, they have to hope that they can pop him. Gabby thinking about it, jumps forward. They're going to go for Abed first. He gets the BKB off. Still surviving. Do they have enough damage? One more touch will do it. inYourdreaM hasn't used the ultimate just yet. He's just relying on the BKB for now. They bring down KP. Now he pops the ulti. Tim's leaps away. Instead, he just latches onto Whitemon and brings him down. Too much lockdown for Gabby. He's already used the Manta. Trying to go back in with the Satanic, but the Laguna Blade from Zephyr drops him down, and GG is called. A 70-minute game to start the day here. For the Summit 13 SEA, absolutely awesome start. Game 2, let's go. Monster Energy, Dota Summit 13, SEA group stage. Just wants to keep tabs in the position 4. I guess they've actually just gone for a 5-man rotation. I was too busy reading the all chat. Cuckoo's getting gone on. Can they finish him off? Couple more auto attacks, dagger. KP gets it. All right, TNC starting the game off. Quick Smartin in a hurry. Really needs these bottle sips. Tim's taking some pressure, but still has the dive, so should be okay. KP gonna try for the rune instead, but it will be inYourdreaM out-clicking him this time around. Australia ping probably not helping KP's case there. He wants this kill on March, but I don't know if he can actually get it. The slow is helping. 2 points up in the Slitherine Crush. He's got the Bash primed. We do have the Fairy Fire for March. Trying to save his life. inYourdreaM, can he finish this kill? Needs one more auto attack, and he gets it. Didn't think that they could get it without the mana on the Lich, but just constant auto attacks from the Lifestealer will end up doing it. And now Tim's, he doesn't have the dive. inYourdreaM may be finding one more. This is going to be great for Among Us if they can get it, and they do.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Armel seemingly wants to fight, and the top tower is dead. They're coming down to try and defend bottom. KP going to look for March first. Can they actually land this lockdown onto Cuckoo? They got the Doom onto Armel before he could get the spear out. The Phoenix Sun is looking like it's going to be brought down. One more auto attack from Zephyr will do it. KP still fighting, but this Chain Frost slowing him down. 2 dead thus far on the side of TNC, and looking like KP's going to get kited to his death as well. They're keeping tabs on Armel. He's out of the Doom, but looking very dead at this point as Zephyr brings him down to play with that. And do go for the immediate smoke. They see KP at mid, but he's really not the target that they want. And I think they're hoping to find somebody over in the enemy tri-camp, but instead looks like they will just settle for Whitemon. Abed hops straight on top of him, and Cuckoo brings him down. Tim's thinking about this fight, though, and they are moving into a somewhat awkward area. The arena has already been used, still on cooldown for now. March dead, so just support for support thus far. Cuckoo, if he wants to use the Doom, it's got to be now, and instead it's just Among Us maybe going in a little too deep. A plan is one thing, how it works out in practice is another thing entirely. And if you're corrosive hazed and PA comes flying at you, you might just disappear before anyone can press Halberd to save you. We'll have to see. March, well, he got the Frost Armor up there, but... Frost Shield, sorry, but not enough to save him. Gabby also gonna get silenced up. This is decent damage. They get the stun from Gabby, and that is just a straight up double kill. I don't even think the PA is supposed to be getting so active at this point. So at least they know that the Roshan is happening, but can they get over here in time to stop it? Abed does end up going back for the BKB in this position, but Roshan's just melting. If they want to do something, they got to do something now, and it looks like it's just going to be too late. They've tried and load up Cuckoo, but Armel going to be the distraction. Finds Zephyr in the backlines. Whitemon waiting around the corner as well. They can't even kill this Mars. He's going to get the Inkswell stun out. Alpha getting locked down this entire time. Buyback immediately. Who got the Aegis? It is just in the hands of Gabby, and now he's going to look for the fight. March going to melt super quickly. inYourdreaM has already used the Heaven's Halberd, so he can't keep on fighting. They fought back on one, but I think TNC just going to look for more and more kills. Abed does manage to jump away. So it looks like he'll be alright, but that is the last of his remnants. And Armel actually closing the gap. He's got the Yules, he's got the Spear, and they've got more than enough damage to finish this kill. The Slardar plus PA kind of playing itself, and Zephyr with the dieback getting caught out here. They're not even done. They're looking for a little more. inYourdreaM gets the rage off, but he's still hazed up. They continue the chase. Gabby just waiting for the Phantom Strike. Jumps in now. Great Arena plus Spear from Armel. The shield is helping a little bit as Armel. inYourdreaM going to try and armlet toggle his way out of this one. Gabby maybe in a little bit too deep. TNC diving tier 4s at 20 minutes into the game. Gabby just looking for the blink away. Be happening. And they're just going to go and claim a high ground and see if they can fight around it. There are still ways for Gabby to die without getting the BKB off, but shouldn't happen so long as Armel and KP are the ones in the front lines. Abed getting spotted. Yules up. Do they have the timing? They don't! He whips it, and Abed just waiting with the BKB anyway. He's going to be just fine. Now very awkward for Armel as he's just going to get run at. KP in the back lines, hoping to find something. March is going to get shredded, but 1-for-1 looking decent for Among Us thus far. Abed needs to deal with the silence. He can't do it! He got the Fire Spirit on top of him, so now he gets speared. Gabby's holding the line, preventing Among Us from coming in with backup, and even though it wasn't the best start, running at him. inYourdreaM, you gotta be careful. Needs to dodge that silence. He's running forward. His team isn't even here. He just wants the Whitemon kill, and he does get it. He had the clumsy net anyway, so... that TP was really not destined to work. Is the BKB still on cooldown for the PA? Cuckoo goes jumping in, only finding Tim's. There's a change. The Lotus is actually still on cooldown for the time being, so he can't quite get away. Now the dive comes through, but he doesn't have the Supernova, so Abed just gonna keep on chasing after him. Arena coming out. Looking for these supports. Zephyr and March both in big trouble. Armel gonna finish off one, turns his attention over towards the other. Zephyr just gonna try for the TP, but there's a Blink Crush, and that will finish that one. But Gabby getting left all by his lonesome on the other side. Caught out and finished off. And now Among Us, they're not done. It's a very scrappy fight. They've got the vision up on the high ground, so they can actually just keep on going. Abed doesn't have the mana for the chains, but out pops inYourdreaM. And with the shield, I don't think that's going to be enough to save Armel. Whitemon looking for a little bit of a turnaround. Defensive Yules. Inkswell stun. Not going to help enough, but a nice Slardar crush will protect them as he retreats up onto the high ground. They're still fighting, even without their PA. Looking like Cuckoo's going to be brought down. Abed still struggling with the mana problems as he tries to escape from this fight. Armel doesn't have Blinker Yules for a moment, but that slight actually just putting Abed right in the middle of everybody. And gets brought down. He was about to die to a Blink Crush anyway.
Tower is under attack.
Good habits, pulling the Shiva's recipe out of the backpack. I don't think he really needed to, but should always make sure that you have a full inventory if possible. Cuckoo goes jumping and doesn't find anything. They're going to drop the Doom, but there is the Aegis on this PA, so is this actually going to matter? You get the Soulbind out. Gabby's going to come back, and he will have the full BKB. Armel wants to force the fight as a result, looking for the Lifestealer first. Cuckoo also not very healthy. He's gone. inYourdreaM followed up on next. Neither of them has a buyback. The egg pops. So stun onto Abed. He's just looking to escape. Smoke up. They do have the level 18 on the Lena now. Armel getting caught. Does still have the BKB. KP, a little off the money on the crush there. It's gonna be okay. Abed, gotta be careful of that one dagger doing so much damage. He gets locked down by the immediate back. Cuckoo's looking for the Doom. Can he even get it off? Armel getting healed up. KP just gonna keep on going forward. Gabby, triple dagger, almost kills off inYourdreaM instantly. Cuckoo also copping just way too much damage. The supports are alive, but not for long. Triple kill for Gabby. Give him one more. Can he get Zephyr? Yes, he can. It's not quite a rampage, but it may as well be as the GGs come out, and TNC will end up making this a 1-1 series overall.